Hello and welcome back to the Void Arcade Podcast. I'm your host Brando, and joining me this time is
Chrizz Star. That works. That's my Twitter handle, so at me. Metroid Dread, dude. Oh, I guess it's your show. You introduced
Oh, go for it. Metroid Dread.
It was an experience.
It was an experience.
Good or bad, we'll figure it out as we go along. I still don't know if I like the game.
I think I liked it.
I've been grappling with this since I knew I was going to do the show, and I was like, well, now I got to form an opinion over a game.
Overall opinion.
Yeah. Because normally I just beat a game, and I'm like, well, I'll probably never come back to that. Or sometimes I do, who knows. But yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a lot to talk about in this game.
There is a lot.
So, just to kind of give context, this is the first game I've beaten since Dark Demon Souls came out.
Are you a gamer?
Yes, I would say yes. With a heavy amount of shame. So, take that for what it's worth.
I think this game there's a lot to unpack. I feel like there's just a lot of thoughts anybody can have about it, with it being in the Metroidvania genre. Well, it's a Metroid game.
It is the pinnacle of Metroidvania.
Yeah, exactly. It should be, yeah.
So I do follow a lot of gaming forums. That's mostly why I would call it a gamer. But Metroid Dread was kind of really hyped up for me. So that also colored my expectations of what I was getting into. And especially since it won Game of the Year all over the place. Or at least the VGAs. Could have thought of a few games that I thought should have won more than that. Returnal. Plug, by the way. So I did finally beat that the other night.
Oh, nice. Congrats.
Impossible. I will never do it again, but I will try. But anyway, this is about Metroid Dread.
This is about Metroid Dread.
Get us started. Get us started at the top.
Oh, let's see. Well, let's just start surface level, right? This is a Metroid game. Technically, this is Metroid 5.
Is it?
It technically is
5 Metroids, huh?
Yeah, because the other Primes were their own deal.
Primes don't count, yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, Dread is actually planned since 2005 for the Nintendo DS. But got canceled.
The thing about Metroid games is development troubles. Yeah. Prime 4 has been in development forever, too.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I didn't know that.
Yeah. And then it's just been in development hell for 15 years.
That's ridiculous.
You imagine those teams on and off working on these things?
Well, yeah. Well, I thought all the development problems I heard were for Prime 4. That one also got restarted. So, yeah Metroid is just kind of cursed on the Nintendo headquarters.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like.
But it's got that high bar of quality that they're always trying to go for.
It hits a consistent quality, I'll give it that much.
Yeah.
Because I did play Super Metroid on... I cheated. I did play that one on the SNES Switch port so that I could rewind time whenever I was like, alright, I went the wrong way. I don't want to walk back. I'm just going to rewind time. Because I'm bad at games.
I mean, that's just the Metroid formula. That is something that this one, I think, doesn't get.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, this was Metroid 5, Metroid Dread. It was released October 8th, 2021.
Oh, it's been that long. It feels like it came out yesterday. Yeah. Not last year, Time dilates for me as being a human being. So.
Indeed.
So I actually didn't know it was a sequel to Fusion, which I did beat multiple times, and I don't really, aside from midway, we'll get to the spoiler parts, I didn't really even think about it as them significantly connected beyond being the same universe, because that's just kind of a thing for Metroid, especially the opening PowerPoint where it's this is what's happened in Metroid up until now.
Yeah.
Which I feel is the worst storytelling sin that Metroid does, because it's not the first one that's done that. And, it's just nothing makes me mash A faster than a PowerPoint.
That's probably why you missed the connection there.
But yeah, that's definitely why. I'll have to go back and watch it.
As far as I remember, at least the story connection, I'm not a huge Metroid buff, but you have the Metroids, right? They're the most powerful creatures in the galaxy because they can just suck the life force out of things. Hard to kill.
Mm-hmm.
So Samus kills Mother Brain because Mother Brain was making Metroids. That's probably totally wrong. but she
Mother
kills.
Brain had to go.
Mother Brain
I remember this.
had to go, right? I've seen it, yeah. And then all the Metroids die, and then there's one Metroid left, and then Samus kind of like saves it, and then it saves Samus. At some point, Samus gets a little bit of Metroid DNA in her, and it helps save her. And that also helps her to be able to deal with the X parasites when she goes to the planet in Metroid Fusion. Because the problem with the X parasites is that they can clone anything. So people are like, oh no, the Metroids are coming back.
But it's really the X or something?
Yeah, so if the X parasites get any contact with this last Metroid, then all the Metroids can come back in the form of the X parasites. So it was kind of like, gotta go kill those dudes.
That would be bad. Probably.
Oh!
Now I get Fusion, the SAX. Haha, Samus. Wow, I'm like 17 years slow on that one, but proceed.
Yeah, and then, SR-388. That's where Fusion takes place. You eradicate all of the X on that planet, get in your ship, and you get the heck out of there. Oh yeah, and then Samus gets kind of infected by the X, or whatever.
Right, then she's the X-Queen or something.
Pretty much the X-Queen.
Or she just kind of can eat them without dying.
Absorb. And I think that's in part due to the Metroid DNA she has in her. She can just absorb the X.
Yeah.
So then we get to Dread, the very beginning of Dread. It's not like blackmailing, but someone's like galactically emailing Samus these videos of an X parasite. And the computer's like, oh, I don't know. This is kind of trolling, I think. Looks like a little bit of CGI.
I've gotten some bad Twitter spam, and that's what I would think it is. But she fell for it. Yeah, they catfished her good, and it was like I honestly thought the Chozo, like, that was a storyline, right?
The Chozo.
Well, spoiler territory, yeah. Well, like the opening crawl. You can decide to edit it back to the end. But I thought the Chozo were extinct.
Well, I did too, yeah.
Like, right?
I thought
that was a twist, right? It wasn't just me being obtuse to the Metroid canon.
I know that the Chozo raised Samus. That's why she knows, like, their language. Yeah,
she was a part bird person.
But, like, yeah, I thought they were kind of just gone. I think they were eradicated by the Metroids.
Oh, is that what that was? Is that what that happened to them? Okay.
Should I look it up in the wiki?
Don't worry about it. I didn't even read the story.
Anything we say here is canon. This is all canon.
Yeah.
The wikis are wrong.
I hope Nintendo's listening. I'm gonna update the wiki as we go. So don't worry. I'm taking note. Anyway.
Yeah. So you land on
some weird planet. I have no idea. Suffice to say, I didn't find this game very narratively engaging. So, to any degree, I was like, I was catching words here, so I'm not sure.
ZDR.
Another spoiler thing. The Atom computer.
Yeah.
I was suspicious of that thing from jump because I had played Fusion, and as a kid, I just skipped the story, and when Atom popped up, the game kind of got freaky, so I was like, oh, Atom's probably a bad guy. So when Metroid Dread starts and you're talking to the computer Atom, I was like, oh, something's up, or I'm dumb. I'm going to assume I'm dumb, but also hold my suspicions of this computer. And I was right.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know how you can kind of spoil yourself on the story plot because you make it up in your head and then it ends up being true?
Yeah.
Because you're not really following the story? That's kind of what I did to myself in this one.
Yeah.
Because, I don't know. I just didn't really find the plot to be any more than go here and do thing and go and enjoy the smooth gameplay in between. We'll get to that.
Though the little bits and pieces that there are, I think just in general, the Metroid universe is just one of the coolest IPs that Nintendo has.
It is pretty
just
cool.
Like the sci-fi, like future space setting. You got aliens. You got just a cool lady with a super cool gun arm.
Right. That's kind of its shtick, is that it's all just cool, but it also kind of feels shallow. Because, I don't know, I don't feel like there's that much beyond what they force feed you.
Yeah.
I don't feel like there's that much to the world. And maybe that's me.
Well,
I'm not invested in the Metroid lore. So.
Well, yeah, and I think that's something that the Prime games have a one leg up on. Because in the Prime games, if you wanna dig into the lore of the Prime games, you open up the scanner and you just start scanning everything. It's like,
and you can scan everything.
And you could scan everything. Just learn.
And if you don't want to, you don't have to. And that's what I like that about Prime. And that it was optional. You could drip feed the lore into your veins at your own pace. Yeah. If you wanted to, or just enjoy the smooth gameplay.
For this one,
that's just the thing with Metroid.
Very surface level. Couple things Adam says. Maybe the like environmental storytelling is kind of the only other thing in there besides.
I did like the backgrounds. I felt like the backgrounds in some places had a great degree of life, but they were pretty. So.
Especially in like the foresty area with the little animals that would like jump around sometimes.
Yeah, that was cool.
That was probably my favorite area. Besides, I think some of the caves were kind of cool, but just like the variety in the foresty area.
I'm thinking about it. That's the only area that stood out. That's the only area I can like pinpoint as its own distinct world. I liked that area a lot. It was very easy to get lost everywhere else. Yeah, because it all felt kind of samey.
There was like there was underwater. That's a level.
Yeah.
I mean, that's an area.
That's underwater. Yeah. But then again, like, I wasn't ever actually lost. Like, I felt lost, but the game kind of does a good job of funneling you where you're supposed to go. But yeah, the forest green place was my favorite area.
For sure.
Kind of by default, because I can't remember anywhere else. Nowhere else really stood out that much. So. Yeah. I do like the game, by the way. Clear that up.
That's why you're here.
Yeah, that's why I'm here, because I did enjoy the game. So what's it called? That first...
Ravenbeak?
Chozo you see. Yes, Ravenbeak. He was pretty cool. And I do remember his, like, throne room. Felt like that could have been a much bigger world, but that was fine.
That was cool.
Yeah, very underutilized. I know that that was the point, that it was like the last place, but yeah.
I do think the basic enemies, there was a decent amount of variety, but like they mostly just serve the purpose to get countered and die.
Yeah, they all just, I don't know, they all kind of felt like flying enemy with a different coat of paint, or burrowing enemy, or they all, in most of the areas, they kind of felt samey.
Yeah, as Metroid 5, I feel like that just fits.
Yeah, no, I don't begrudge the game for it. I don't begrudge the game for having poor creative design in its enemies. Not poor, just bland enemy design.
Yeah, exactly.
Except for the bosses. The bosses look really sweet.
Indeed.
Ooh, Kraid specifically. Was that the thing that was chained up? Right, that was his name.
Kraid.
That thing was cool.
That's a cool
Craig
boss.
I don't know.
Craig.
But that was cool. He's part of the lore, right? Like he's not just. Yeah. It never makes sense how they bring back these guys that you unconditionally killed. Aside from like cloning, I'm sure that's the reason behind that they have Craig on a bunch of different planets.
And Robot.
But yeah.
Madness. Yeah.
I did like that boss. Him I did recognize from the Zero Mission screenshots. I never played Zero Mission, but I did see him on the back of the box.
Yeah.
So that was cool.
I am kind of sad we didn't fight Ridley. But, you can only fight Ridley so many times.
I don't think you can fight Ridley enough.
Ridley, Meta Ridley. And then I think Fusion, you fight like another Ridley that's just an X-Parasite.
You fight
Ridley.
Like Ridley X or something, yeah. He was awesome. Prime 3 had the coolest Ridley fight where you were... It was, like, mechanically it was really lame. But, like, as a set piece, where you're falling down the elevator and you're shooting Ridley, that was sweet. That was what's up.
Yeah, that was not objectively cool. Anyway, good stuff. We will be right back after this short break. And we're back after the short break.
We're back.
We're back.
All right. How much of the game did you beat?
42% of items on save 1 and 48% of items on save 2.
And I think I'm hovering around that same point, like low 40s or like mid 40s, because I did like zero exploring of any kind.
It doesn't really incentivize you to.
I felt like it was pretty, it was a poor, as someone who didn't think the game was hard as is, with minimum exploration, minimum energy tanks and missiles, I got a lot of joy from the difficulties. So incentivizing exploration by making the game easier, what I felt was, not for me. So I just went through the game with like minimum health.
Mm-hmm. And that's kind of what I did, because I went through on normal, I was feeling like a hot shot. I was like, I could beat this, I could beat this right now. So I beat the game. But then on hard mode, I was like, I feel like I'm in the exact same spot. I'm just going to beat the game.
Yeah.
So
I did start hard mode, and I don't know. I did start it like immediately after, but I'd kind of been burned out because I was like, I want to beat this game. So I'll go back.
In hard mode, I shaved off 2 hours.
Yeah, you told me that you cut the playtime in half.
Pretty much, yeah, from 6 hours and 20 minutes to 4 hours and 20 minutes.
I think I was also at the 6 hour mark in my first play. So the game is pretty kind of it funnels you, and its pace is pretty consistent, just based off of we had similar end times. So
yeah,
it's kind of you're not going to get a unique experience out of, I don't know.
Yeah, and that's the thing.
It funnels you everywhere.
It really does. You pick up that next item. It's been 15 to 30 minutes since you had the last new item you had, and so really I felt like it was just a matter of checking the map, especially after you've beat the game once. You look at the map. I know what that symbol is. Haven't gone there yet. Boom. And it's like 3 rooms away. It's not like you don't have to get out your reading glasses to find the next spot to run to.
Yeah. Game Maker's Toolkit had a video about Metroid Dread demystifying how it keeps you from getting lost, and the game actually does funnel you. I don't know if you remember, there's specifically one part where you walk over like a teeter-totter kind of thing. It's a very gamey thing, and it's like, why does this exist in this world kind of thing, and it just cuts you off from leaving. And I thought that was really annoying a lot of times, because I just had to fight the boss, and if I couldn't beat the boss, or if I had trouble beating the boss, if I wanted to explore a little more, you don't really have a choice right now. You gotta beat the boss.
Yeah.
So that was kind of not so hot on being funneled.
And I'm not sure if that's a Metroid thing. I really wanted to play another Metroid game. But and we'll probably get into comparisons more later, but in other Metroidvanias, I feel like you'll pass through the same area over and over and over again. So it's like in your mind, like, I can go through this area if I have this upgrade. But you get so many upgrades in Dread, there's just no feasible way for you to keep track of everything. So I feel like they almost have to funnel you, because there's just so many new things you get that open up new areas.
Yeah. And you get it all so fast that it's like, you don't really have time to explore potential uses. That's the other thing, is like the only other Metroidvania I played is Hollow Knight, so maybe it's not really a thing, but like the items act like keys kind of thing, and like you're only supposed to use them in these specific places, and they're useless beyond those purposes. And I don't know, I feel like Hollow Knight, like, there's a lot of places to use some of the items that I've found in that one, but maybe Hollow Knight's just too good. So
yeah,
in that regard,
I almost think that they could have dialed back how many of the abilities did things, like if it was just a damage upgrade. Like, this is a damage upgrade, it looks cooler now, you feel stronger. It's not used to push blocks, it's not used for this. And then just strictly have fewer of those traversal specific upgrades that maybe that would have helped, like, the Metroidvania feel and whatever.
Well, there was the Shine Spark. I know a lot of people, I know that one's kind of like a hidden ability that you can use to sequence break to a degree, but you don't really get that reward. I think there's an alternate cutscene, but there are hidden missile tanks and health upgrades that you can get using it. So did you do the Shine Spark, or did you figure it out?
Shine Spark?
Yeah, so when you get the zoom, the fast run through walls, the Naruto run.
Oh, then you stop.
Then you like do some input. I forgot how to do it.
So yeah, you tilt the stick down, and then she like absorbs the power temporarily, and then you can.
And then she shoots herself like a missile.
Yeah.
It's cool. It's really cool. That should have been something that they used. I felt like I just do that for fun everywhere I went.
Yeah.
That was a cool ability. So they do have some stuff that is off the beaten path. But the only upgrade that I used that I used outside of its intended doors, so to say, was the swarm missile.
Yep.
And I use that at every boss fight, every encounter or whatever. Any enemy that took more than a charge blast, I was like, yeah, let's just do it.
Yep, every time. Cool. It was so much DPS because you have those bird knights, the bird knight dudes show up, and it's like, man, they take so many missiles. Well, there's the ones with the spears, and there's the one with the gun. It's the one with the gun that would give me trouble until you get the charge missile, and then it takes like 3 or 4 volleys, and they're just dead.
Yeah, that was fun. That was cool. I did enjoy that.
Yeah.
That power up specifically.
Yeah, that one was cool.
The double birds with guns was the only boss that took me an unreasonable amount of tries. I can't tell you how many, but it was the one before you get that swarm missile. There was you fight 2 birds at once, and I was like, this is annoyingly difficult.
Well, that's right after you get the swarm missile.
Is it right after? Yeah. Maybe I wasn't big brained and I was still trying to fight him without it. Yeah, I was so used to just fighting with the basic charge shot and missiles that I was like, I didn't even think about it because I'm smooth brained about games.
Even in hard mode, I forgot that I had the swarm missile. And I was like, this fight is impossible. And then swarm missile, and I just a couple volleys, they're both dead.
Butter.
It was kind of embarrassing.
So wait, does hard mode add do you just take more damage? And do they have more health? Is that what it does?
It's a little of both. They have more health and you take a little more damage, so. Mm-hmm. But I mean, I still shaved off 2 hours of time. It was virtually the same. After a couple of upgrades, didn't even notice a difference.
That's what I imagined, because I don't feel like the game was that difficult. Aside from that one, I didn't feel like that boss was that hard either. Because you have the swarm missiles and you just got to figure out the trick. I guess. Yeah. I guess that's the trick to that boss. But overall, I felt like that wasn't part of the difficulty of taking more damage and them having enemies being bigger damage sponges is kind of lame. But
yeah,
I don't know how else they'd increase the difficulty on this in Metroid Dread.
And it's not like you can make the counter have to happen twice either.
Yeah.
The counter is still an insta-kill on hard mode.
Yeah.
With the tiny guys. And those are the ones that you run into most often. With the bosses, it's all about just endurance.
Yeah.
And memorizing the pattern, which you probably have already done in normal mode. So.
Yeah. So, it's kind of hard to make a game hard like this.
Yeah.
Because it's just patterns. People say Dark Souls or the Souls games are hard. I don't think they're hard, but I also know the patterns, and that's where the difficulty is in.
Yeah.
So once you know the patterns, you're kind of all the way through. You can kind of breeze through the game.
Yeah.
The other I lied. There's another boss that I died a ton on, and that was the underwater octopus.
Yeah.
The underwater octopus boss. I had no idea how to solve that puzzle, and I think I just bumbled my way into figuring it out. My Joy-Con drift saved me here.
Oh, really?
And I was charging up a shot and then I tried to shoot at the boss, but I accidentally got turned around because of my dumb Joy-Con drift, and I saw the light up, and I was like, that's so stupid. So, yeah, I did not like that boss, suffice to say.
I like that guy.
Did I miss something, or was that hinted at throughout the level? Like, I know some games will, like, mechanically show you this is what you're going to do, and then they're going to build on that, and then the boss is, like, the culmination of what you were supposed to do. So did I miss something?
I don't know. I mean, I'm pretty sure the pattern was, like, it would swipe a couple times, so you jump over the tentacles, and then you pull out the missiles. You do the swarm missiles on the points, and then whenever it would like deflate, I would try and hover over it with the grapple beam. I'd like hold onto the platform. Yeah.
And I'd be like, all right, am I going to make it this time? And I'd never make it because you're not supposed to make it that way. You're supposed to filter out the water.
Yeah, filter the water out. Yeah, I think that's what killed me in the normal mode a couple times. But once I had the water down, it was like easy peasy.
Yeah, I think I actually did beat it the time after I figured it out. Like, I was already dead by the time I accidentally discovered it. But that was my least favorite boss of the whole game.
I think my least favorite is still freaking Ravenbeak at the very end.
That was your least favorite? He
was so hard, and he took so much. Like, he was such a damage sponge too. And the thing that would keep getting me there is, like, he would have all of his normal attacks. He has like phase 1, which is split into phase A, B, and C. And then he has phase 2, and then he has phase 3. Phase 1, A, B, C, that one's easy. And then phase 2
that one was easy.
Is just pure endurance because there's no missile pickups. So you can waste all of your missiles to get that section over with fast, or you can save them for phase 3. If you don't use them, though, you're there for a long time just dodging him. But phase 3, he throws like that miniature sun up, like Dr. Octavius, and and then you have to dodge the laser and the sun. That's what would get me every time.
I actually beat phase 3 on my first try. Phase 2 was the hardest one, but the one annoying part was in phase 1 where like you pretty much just had to wait for him to counter after a certain point. He'd like turn gold, and I was like, well, now I just gotta wait for him to be dumb and let me counter him. So I didn't like that about it. But that was my favorite boss fight. So,
oh, really?
Yeah, that's definitely the best boss fight. Because I felt like that was the one that was not a puzzle. That's why I liked it. Because it wasn't a puzzle. It was, you just shoot him. So for the reason you didn't like it, that he was a damage sponge, that's why I did like it. I was playing Cuphead in parallel with this, and just kind of felt like a Cuphead boss, where like you just go through and try to not get hit.
Did you remember there was like an electric beetle boss that they make you fight? Do you remember that one?
Which one was that? Sounds very familiar.
It's like an electric beetle. There's a lot of them in the forest area that you can just counter and murder instantly. But there's one in one of the throne room areas that's like electrified.
Yes.
That one killed me like 20 plus times because it was hard to like dodge. You couldn't counter it. You couldn't shoot it. And it would just...
I do remember dying to that one a lot, but I don't remember why. I think that one was I think that was one of those slog boss fights where once I beat it, I was glad that it was over rather than feeling rewarded.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, exactly.
But
Kraid was cool. I liked the camouflage guy too. That was a cool fight.
Was that the first boss?
Yeah, the very first boss.
Halfway through, turns invisible. He looked really cool. I kind of thought he was lame, but
and that was the first and the thing I really, really like about all the boss fights is whenever you cut to the cinematic camera, you're still in control.
That was so cool.
So well done.
Yeah, being able to charge a shot and still be in control. That was cool. And it felt a lot cooler than just a boring quick time event. I really liked that.
Really
that was
liked
awesome.
it. Which, I mean, usually it was just me spamming the missiles, but still. I was pushing the button.
Yeah, I just made use of that during Ravenbeak, or just mash missile over and over again. I'm not sure if it even like did that much more damage or made that much of a difference, but it was cool.
Yeah, it was cool.
Let me just say that the swarm missile, the upgrades in general, I have played a lot of Metroid, so I like knew what was coming. But kind of, the swarm missile was easily my favorite upgrade because it was different. Everything else was kind of like, it's back. Oh, it's cool. It was cool for a bit.
I agree. There was a couple cool things, but the swarm missiles actually made a tangible difference. The only other one that made like a huge difference was maybe a couple of like the Emmy powers that you get. Or actually, you know, the one that sticks out is Morph Ball, because I was like, I'm sick of not having Morph Ball. Because you see like all these tiny crevices everywhere, and you're like, why can't I just get Morph Ball already?
Yeah, if the Metroid devs are listening, just make it standard. Everybody knows it's coming. It's not a secret. Everybody loves using it. Just put it in from jump.
Yeah, start out with Morph Ball and Morph Bombs. Morph Bombs was the next thing after that. It was like, all right, where's the bombs at?
I was I was really annoyed that the Morph Bombs weren't standard. I feel like that also should be standard. So, Air Dash, or the Dash.
Oh, that is so
was another
good.
ability. I feel it feels dumb calling it like a unique ability because it's like in every 2D side scroller.
Yeah.
But that was a welcome addition. And then, I don't know, I just can't play a 2D side scroller without an Air Dash anymore.
That Air Dash saved my hide so many times. So good.
I think that's what kind of gave it a... that's when I was like...
Game good.
The Air Dash was really smooth.
Just in general, all the upgrades and just like sliding around enemies, countering. The feel of running around ZDR is like...
Yeah.
It is one of the best feeling 2Ds.
It's really phenomenal.
It feels so good.
The Air Dash wasn't... The Air Dash was when I was like hooked to the gameplay. The thing that like kind of really got me even more hooked, you know, just hooking into my soul, was the infinite jump. If every game had infinite jumps. Not Kirby style where you're like just kind of bumbling through the air, but like you're actually like moving and feeling cool. That was phenomenal. Moving in the game. That's what it gets so right. So much better than every other Metroidvania or 2D side scroller. Was just moving in the game felt amazing.
Yeah, they did so good with that. It's probably why I will go back.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna give it more time. Probably come back to it around next Christmas.
Yeah,
but yes,
which is weird because it's like, well, if I like the movement so much, why am I not exploring the planet?
Yeah,
right.
That was. I don't know. I just
maybe I got to go back and do like an old save and just like 100%.
Yeah, or maybe I just got to get to the end of the game and explore instead of just beating the final boss. But I don't know. It just feels kind of. I didn't really feel a good reason to explore besides for the sake of moving a little more in the game. I don't know.
Too bad they don't have like lore in there, you know?
Yeah.
Or like cheats. That was something I really appreciated in the Doom remakes. You could find secrets that would give you cheats. That'd be like infinite ammo, infinite lives, infinite this, or give you like collectibles or something. I think Metroid could do with secrets that aren't just missiles and energy.
Yeah, or health upgrades.
Yeah.
I kind of do want to go back to get the sequence break that is deliberately put in there, so it's not really a sequence break, more like an Easter egg, but I do want to go back and explore. Yeah, there's an alternate path you can take to beat the bosses in a different order, I think.
Oh, that's
with the Shine Spark. So
that's probably how the world record is 30 minutes.
Oh yeah. well, I feel like if I could speedrun this game. I'll speedrun this game. That's what I'll start doing after I beat Pokemon Legends. No. So I was gonna say that there's not really a way to have a meaningful exploration, or like just exploring for the sake of exploring without you being engaged in the world. And I was gonna say I've been playing Pokemon Legends Arceus, and I'm just exploring because I love all the Pokemon and I love the world, and I'm just so that's something that Metroid just doesn't have. Is the world just feels like a game world. It doesn't feel very alive.
The most alive it is like, I gotta get out of here.
Yeah.
And the platforming and the movement is so good that it's encouraging me to leave.
Yeah, I gotta get to the next area so I can use this movement more to get to the next area
to beat this game. So,
yeah. So maybe I've been spoiled by near instant loading on the PS5, but going from zone to zone was like the 30-second loop of watching Samus just stand there.
You're getting old over there?
Smoke break. Yeah.
I actually kind of appreciated the loading. Like the light ambiance, just
I
kind of
guess
sitting there.
The first time it was fine, but then I was like, I just want to move. I'm getting older as time goes on, so those 30 seconds that begin to add up.
Critical 30 seconds. No, and I really liked when the suit changed color, and then you would ride in one of those, and you'd kind of get to appreciate
that was fun.
The new lighting on the suit, new colors.
Mm-hmm.
It's a really good looking game.
It is pretty good. I played it all in handheld mode. I don't think I ever played on big screens, but it looks really good. And I appreciated it was 60 FPS, right? Like, I'm not
better have been
lying to myself.
I'll cry.
Yeah, it was really smooth, so I enjoyed that.
So the Emmy zones. Do we need to talk about the Emmy zones?
Dreaded Emmy zones. I did not like them at all. Just about every time one came up, I was like I think one of the breaks I took was at an Emmy zone where I was like, I'm just kind of sick of being killed by this thing at the same spot. I don't know. Yeah. I'm just someone who beats their head against the same spot over and over again the same way. So I'm bad at games. This is what I'm trying to say. It was frustrating. I felt like the counter, if they'd have made that window a little easier, that would have been better. Or had meaningful punishment or reward for failing. Because, I don't know. It was really annoying. If it catches me, I'm just going to be right back at the door, and I get to try it again. And I thought that was, I don't know, just dying there felt pointless.
Yeah.
Felt like a way to extend the game length. I don't know. I didn't appreciate the Emmy zones.
I thought they were okay. I kind of treated it like another puzzle.
Mm-hmm.
They have that sonar, which I think is a little bit cheap. So it's like, the Emmy knows where I'm running. And if I don't choose the right path, then it's over.
Or I can just turn invisible and put the game down and get a drink while Emmy failed to find me.
Yeah, because then you have the Phantom Cloak. And it's like, I guess I'll walk here, Phantom Cloak, and then I'll walk here, grapple, and then I'll wait. And then you just kind of stuck there. I appreciate the fact that they let us destroy the Emmys, because that was probably the best part about the zones, is the Omega Cannon and the Omega Blaster.
The Mega Blaster was pretty cool. Felt like it was... I was kind of hoping to use it in another boss fight.
Right.
Or use it on something besides the Emmy, but I guess they're going to hold that over our heads for the next Metroid. I felt like you could have used that in more places and had it be a lot more meaningful. That'd be cool.
Yeah. It reminded me kind of Luigi's Mansion 3. You'd jack into the plug and it would make the vacuum become like a super vacuum.
I have not played Luigi Mansion 3. I'll have to try it out. That sounds fun. plugging it in.
Yeah, you should borrow my cartridge. My wife and I have beat that game 3 times.
You have it on physical? Wow.
Yeah.
Still stuck in the old age, huh?
Yeah, borrow it from me. But no, it was kind of like there's parts I liked the fighting. And the movement was really good. Like, it was the Emmy zones that had water. Those were the zones that I did not like at all.
Yes, that was particularly miserable. They took away the part that I loved about the game.
The movement.
And, yeah, and just kind of forced me into the part I did not like about the game, even when I could move.
Yeah.
I'm particularly negative on the bad punishment of starting where at the door you entered. I just hate. I think that's like the laziest punishment in gaming. So
what would be a better punishment?
I have no idea. Maybe there really isn't a better way to do it. It's just I just don't like parts in games where you're helpless. So I'm not really a survival horror fan in a lot of instances for that reason, because it just feels kind of. I'm not really a fan of just dying and then restarting close to where I died. As far as like I don't know what they could have done to make it better. Maybe I'm just an old man yelling at a cloud.
No water. Ooh, the other Emmy that
water.
I do have an issue with. So I have an issue with the water because it removes the movement and makes those areas not very fun. But I also have an issue with the Emmy that could stun lock you. There's 2 Emmys that could stun lock you. There's one that could freeze you, and there's one that could stun lock you with the wave beam.
Oh yeah,
I did not like
really annoying
either of those. And the wave beam guy was in a water area. So it's like I'm slow, and this guy can shoot through walls to stun me for 5 seconds.
That was frustrating. Oh man.
Those are the only 3 things I didn't like about the Emmys. I was fine with them doing the chase, and the the cat and mouse thing is kind of fun.
Yeah, did you have a problem with getting the Emmy parries? I did, and
absolutely. Underwater though, there is a little bit more of a generous window. I found.
Is there? Maybe I probably in my head was like psyching myself up too much, and I was like, I gotta press the button now, and I'd always fail. I think there was a few times. I think I only parried it like a handful of times.
Yeah, like it was definitely less than 10 parries for me. But I think the parries are just random.
Are they?
It's like a randomized timing event, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I did not like the timing on it. Whatever it was, if it was random or it was consistent.
It never seemed to be at the same spot. Yeah. Emmys. We will be back after this short break. And we're back after the short break.
It was a very short break.
It was very short this time. So let's talk, I guess we kind of been talking spoilers. I don't really know.
We have spoiled the whole game.
Yeah.
But also, I don't know anybody who likes... I don't know. Spoilers in this game are just kind of... I didn't feel like they were that significant. You could have told me from jump that X were in the game, and I don't think I would have even cared.
Yeah.
As someone who's not invested in the Metroid lore, so...
I did think it was kind of cool that the X were there, though. Like, in the beginning, I liked how you were killing... And podcast.
Yeah. Brandon out of context.
I liked how you were killing the creatures, and then you go down into the, that vault. You open up that vault, and the X parasites come out. And then the rest of the game, you're killing X clones of the enemies you've already been killing. I thought that was kind of a cool environmental storytelling.
I did like the X powered up enemies. That's actually when the game kind of picks up for me.
Yeah.
It's when the enemies get weird and X'd up and everyone's roided out. It's fun. I really enjoyed they did change design too. Am I remembering that right?
Yeah.
Or am I just making that up?
Some of them did change design, and some of them got a little more difficult. Like that. The camouflage boss dude, he came back and he was jamming up the reactor. That fight was cool. That was a fun fight.
That was a fine way to redo a boss fight, and I did like that one.
Then you had the weird bird knights with the spears. I really liked those fights. Those were smooth.
Those were fun. And they kind of got repetitive after the third one.
Yeah.
Is that there was only like 3, right?
There's 3 or 4, yeah. They definitely reused it a couple times over.
Yeah.
Which, to be fair, they added a shield in once. And then they have like a laser beam. That kind of tripped me up my first playthrough, but you just air dash when you see that.
I did think that guy was cool, and just air dashing around enemies was fun.
Yeah,
those guys, those birdies.
It was very fun.
Air dashing around Ravensbeak though, that was peak. What's it called? He shoots like his mega ray hyper beam around in the circle.
Yeah.
And dodging that was so sweet. Ravensbeak, I don't know what you're talking about. That was like peak Metroid boss fights.
I just kept dying, and then instead of starting me back at like the beginning of phase 2, it was like, okay, beginning of phase 1. And I think the most often it would be is I kept getting to phase 3, and I just kept dying at phase 3. So it was like I had to replay that whole. And I think on hard mode it's like 7 minutes to get to that point.
Totally.
Because I mean I'm running low on missiles. I only had like 100. So
well, there you go. You should have explored.
I guess
the game incentivizes you.
So I guess I could have explored.
Get good, I guess. That's so playing Cuphead in parallel did kind of make me more stubborn. Because in Cuphead you would get 3 health and that's it. So I was like kind of taking that mentality into this game where I was like, well, what am I guess I could explore, but I can also not explore.
Yeah.
Too. That's also an option.
Become a better gamer.
So that's the route that I chose, was to just become a better person.
42% completion, but 76% better gamer.
Yes. I think I actually reached a peak of 70% better gamer. So
70% better gamer.
Yeah. I'm a better person. I'm a better gamer now, and I appreciate this thing.
So how about those last moments when Samus activates the Metroid powers and just starts sucking people's brains out with her hand?
That was sweet. I think I'm remembering it wrong, but yes, the being green, turning into like an alien.
Yeah.
Samus Metroid thing. That was like the coolest looking Samus suit I've ever seen.
That was such a cool Samus suit.
Too bad that they can't patch that into Smash because Sakurai's done. Because I would main Samus.
So that would be a really good Dark Samus, like alt skin.
Yes.
Such a cool skin. And like just shooting humongous laser beams, destroying the level.
Oh.
Like everywhere.
Actually, so normally I hate when games just do that. Like, oh, you're unstoppable now. Go crazy. I don't know, something about how smooth the game. I can't stop telling you how phenomenal moving in this game is, but something about this how this game did it, how the laser was like literally screen filling almost.
Yeah.
That made it really fun. That I don't know what it did differently that made my brain, the dopamine go whoosh.
Maybe it was the timer.
Yes. Could have been the timer. I hate timers too. But I liked that. I just remember having fun.
Yeah, I'm blasting the crap out of Ravenbeak X Parasite. I thought it was really cool. I think even lore-wise it was cool, because then Ravenbeak was like, I don't need your DNA because the X Parasites can now clone the greatest Metroid, and it's Samus.
And then, yeah.
You're like, Samus is the last Metroid.
And I don't know how lore-wise they're going to get rid of her super cool alien suit. Or if they even...
Oh, they did.
They're going to make another Metroid. They did? I don't remember. I just remember it being so cool.
Yeah, it was very cool. So she gets on her ship, and then Adam is like, listen, if you try and pilot this thing, you're gonna suck all the energy out of it, and then we'll all die here. But we might die anyway. And so what happens is there's an X-parasite that followed Samus onto her ship, and then it turns into like that elder Chozo dude, and for whatever reason, that elder Chozo dude is like nice. He helps her calm down or something. And then she goes back to gravity suit Samus, and then takes off. And
I gotta pay attention more because I thought that was the real old dude, and I got really confused.
Oh no, he died for sure. He's dead. That was the X-parasite version of him.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
because that didn't make sense. But I appreciate that now you made it make sense in my head.
That was cool. You know, and I feel that's why I want to see. Well, that's another thing I could see if this game had like cheat codes, like that suit. Just wearing that suit around.
That suit would be ideal. Not even with the lasers, just having that suit would be awesome.
Yeah, imagine just exploring with that suit. Just post-game, you know, you could go around in that suit with a cheat code or something. That would be cool.
Man. A New Game Plus. I feel like Metroidvanias would benefit from a New Game Plus. Just being overpowered. Just having everything from Jump, I feel would be cool.
That would start a whole new, like, speedrunning genre. That'd be way cool.
Oh, yeah. It's already, NG Plus is already a genre everywhere. So
yeah.
I would not be surprised.
The last sequence is so cool.
Yeah, I was going to say. Very awesome set piece to end the game on. Normal, yeah. It outdoes other games that's kind of a trope, right? You're omnipotent at the end of the game for a set piece.
Yeah.
Does it well.
Yeah, it does do it really well.
Kind of sounds like we've been ragging on the game. I've been ragging on the game at least. I did thoroughly enjoy it. Yeah. I did enjoy the game to a great degree. Mostly very hard carried by the movement.
The movement. It's a really good game. You know, it's not something I would recommend to everybody, but like people that play Metroidvania games, I think definitely it's a must play if you like Metroidvania games.
Yeah, for sure. Games.
Though it's not like the strongest advocate of its own genre, I don't feel like.
I don't think so either. But I don't know. Kind of makes me think that maybe I just don't like Metroidvanias that much. Because I did enjoy this game. I didn't really enjoy the Metroidvania aspects of it. I just like the traversal, the movement of the game itself. You know, being Samus and moving around. Cool.
And the boss fights and stuff. Yeah.
I mentioned Hollow Knight is like as another Metroidvania that I played, and where Metroid Dread ends too abruptly, or funnels you to the ending, just kind of like, oh, you have this ability, go kill Ravensbeak, hurry.
Yep.
Other Metroidvanias kind of go in the opposite direction of like, there's so much, there's like 100 hours of gameplay in here, and
right.
So I'm kind of realizing like Metroidvanias are just too much. There's so much to them.
Yeah.
I'm not really a fan.
And I'm not sure I would have liked this game if it took that route of, 40 hours, collect the power-ups. I think it benefits from being short, but there's also like the drawbacks of like feeling like you're getting so much at once.
It's not overwhelming like Hollow Knight is. There's other Metroidvanias that I've played. I can't remember any off the top of my head. I know I've played them before.
There's Ori and the Will of the Wisp. I've played that one.
I haven't played that one.
That's a really good Metroidvania.
Oh, Dead Cells? I've played that game so much. I have not beaten it yet because I'm bad, but I love that game, and I feel like roguelikes are perfectly suited to a Metroidvania motif, where you get Returnal does this too, where you get your abilities that stay with you, and they open up opportunities throughout the game world so that when you die, kind of alleviates the pain of, well, I spent 2 hours on a run that kind of went nowhere. But yeah, I appreciate the Metroidvania format in a roguelike a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe that's the way that somehow Metroid roguelike would be cool.
That would be kind of cool, and that would actually give a lot more weight to dying. Yeah, in the Emmy zones, that would actually lend a little more credence to. Okay, well, can't die here.
Well, like I was saying that I beat Returnal and can't remember what it was. There was a lot of points in there where I was like terrified to die, and I think there's a part where there's like a bunch of not innocent robots, but just robots that don't do anything. You just kill them, plow them all down, and I plowed them. I just plowed them all down because I was terrified. I was like, I have no idea what they're gonna do, and I can't remember any other game that gave me that feeling of like fear of dying in that way.
The dread of dying, you could say.
Yes. Podcast over.
Podcast over.
Dying in the game should have had a lot more weight, I feel like. But
yeah.
Maybe it's just not a thing that non-roguelikes can do. I've been spoiled by roguelikes where dying means a lot.
Yeah.
And I like that. So
I hope, well, Metroid Prime is its own thing, but I hope that Metroid Prime can at least take a little bit of...
Yeah. Metroid Prime's going to be a lot more exploration focused.
Yeah.
Because of the scanner. And you can see and you can experience the world a little more. Yep. I don't know. I think I'm kind of over Metroidvanias on paper. Like, they sound great on paper, but I'm just kind of over them.
I'd like to play more. I'd like to play more. I think Metroid Dread carves out its own little area in the Metroid space. I think it's exactly what it needed to be as far as sequel material goes, and like continuing the legacy of the games since they came out on the freaking NES.
Yeah.
I would like to play some more modern iterations on the genre because I feel like it's almost still stuck in that SNES mindset.
The thing that kind of makes it feel even more stuck is there weren't as many memorable new power-ups. I don't count the air dash because air dash is just standard in side scrollers nowadays. Yeah. But I don't know. I feel like Metroid just kind of reuses the same power-ups, and then you do it the same way, and the game just kind of, I don't know. I feel like in universe it's kind of a little stale.
Yeah.
But as long as they can pump out great movement, I'm gonna be there.
I was gonna say, but dang it, man, this is a great game.
Yeah.
It is so weird. Like we could rag on this game all day, but at the very end of it, I loved it. I loved the atmosphere. Yeah, I mean, I bought it full price. I don't really,
Same
and
here.
I regret nothing. I spent 10 hours in it, no regrets.
Even though we're ragging on it, I want to go back and play more now.
They just
want to go back and pop it back in. I downloaded it, so boot it back up. But yeah.
It is so good. They did so many good things right with it.
Mm-hmm.
I think the reason that we're able to rag on it so much is it's almost like we could see the potential for, I don't want to say a sequel, but like if it's almost like it could have lived up to something even greater. It's really good and incredibly amazing now, but it's almost like we could peek behind the curtain and be like, it would be so much better if
there's more. There's potential. I like the game a lot. Who I would recommend it to, though, is kind of up in the air. Like, you recommend it to me because hardcore gamer nerd.
Oh yes, for sure.
But outside of that demographic, I'd be like, I would not recommend it to even like casual.
Oh yeah, it's not for casuals.
Definitely not casual gamers.
Yeah.
Not that they wouldn't like it. It's just kind of
it gets stuff
boring if you're not invested. If you're not sold on the movement, like I was on I played the demo and moving around sold me. So if you're not sold on that from jump, probably going to say you probably won't like the full game.
Yeah, or people that just struggle with more difficult games. And I think the exploration and finding the power-ups, I mean, the casual gamer is going to look for those, and that's going to be what gets them through to the end game.
Mm-hmm.
And that'll push out their time a little bit more.
Yeah.
So maybe there is a niche audience of casual players that would be like getting stuck at a boss over and over again and being like, oh, I better just go and explore to get some more missile packs or see if I can find some energy buckets or whatever.
Buckets, yeah.
So there's probably a niche audience of those casual gamers, but yeah, it's hard to think of who it would, who would play it.
Who would enjoy that
especially
much.
At the price tag that it's at right now, MSRP.
Yeah.
Because it's only 11 hours if you play it twice. And you're cool like me.
A pro gamer.
Pro gamer.
This is a game actually I can see myself trying to beat multiple times quickly. I don't want to say speed running.
For sure.
But kind of see how fast I can beat it without doing like speedrun strats or, becoming a pro Metroid Dread speedrunner. Because it is fun to plow through the game.
Yeah.
It would be fun.
Go for that Zero Suit Samus ending.
That's a skin, right? You can unlock Zero Suit Samus?
Well, it's just at the very end, I think. The results, right before the results screen. It'll be like the gravity suit or any of the suit variations, but if you get underneath a certain time limit, and I'm not sure what it is for this one. I think for some of the past Metroid games it was like 2 hours or something.
I could see myself going back and getting those. I'll do it.
The other thing is the key art, that's unique depending on your time as well. That shows
is it? Yeah. I did notice. I got like 2 of them on my first playthrough, so.
Yeah, and I think
I'm not sure if those were like the default ones.
On my second one.
Oh, you are better than me.
Well, actually, and I think it's time-based and then difficulty-based. So in order to see all the key art, you have to play through at least twice and at least under a certain time limit. And then there's a Zero Suit Samus model that you can gawk at.
I bet I'm going to beat the game before tomorrow morning, and then we'll come back.
Part 2.
Yeah, part 2. Yeah. No, I've been too invested in Legends and Pokemon Legend, Arceus Legends, so can't do that. So, but yeah, I'll give the game's a solid 7.99 out of 13. So
for sure, I would probably agree. It's at a solid 8 mark, I guess.
Yeah.
Taking into consideration the difficulty, the amount of content that's there to consume, and the price.
Yeah, I'll just never get over how this game won over Returnal.
In the action genre.
Different show. We'll get into that later. You gotta borrow my PS5 so you can play it. But anyway, yeah. Metroid Dread, pretty good game.
Pretty good.
Definitely. Download the demo if you want to see if you'll like it.
That is what I would recommend people do, is download the demo. And if you like the demo, insta-buy it. Don't even consult with anybody, just buy it.
Yeah. That's kind of what I did. I was like, well, this is really solid. This is, But if you don't like the demo, don't buy it. Yeah. Don't throw your Switch out the window.
Yeah. Or if you maybe kind of like the demo, wait for it to go on sale in the physical cartridges from GameStop, and then just pick it up on sale.
Yeah. Buy it off Craigslist. Someone who's beat it.
I think a really good price for this for anybody, even the casual players, would be like $25. A lot of Metroidvanias are in that $15 to $25 range. I think anybody should buy it if it's that cheap.
That's any Nintendo game I would buy at that price, because they don't devalue. But yeah. Good game.
Good game. Well, do you have any more closing remarks? Any shout-outs to give?
No, not yet. I don't have my YouTube channel going like you do. So, but yeah.
Right.
Appreciate being on the show. It was a good time.
Yeah, I'm glad you could actually come on and talk about this.
Are you going to give a sneak peek at what the next show is?
Oh, actually, I do know what the next one will probably be.
What is it? Give me the deets.
It'll probably be on Death Stranding.
That's a 2-year-old game, Brandon.
Well, they're coming out with the director's
I know, I have it downloaded.
patch.
I've been meaning to play it.
Oh, really? Yeah. For PC, the director's cut patch comes out next month.
It's out on PS5, right? That's the one that you have that I downloaded.
Yeah, it's out
right?
on PS5.
Okay. There's no way I'm going to be able to beat Death Stranding by the time you're ready. Because that's like a 90... That's like a 200-hour game.
It's 40 hours minimum.
Well, that's if you beeline through the story, right?
Yeah, as if you beeline through the story. But I have one buddy of mine, only one so far, that picked up Death Stranding, and he loved it so much. So I wanted to get him on there. If you want to support the show, you can rate it on whatever platform you're on. If you're on Spotify, you can always answer the polls or the Q&As. I put one of those on every single episode. They're active for at least a year after release. You can also find the show on YouTube very soon. It will be up there if you just want to hit subscribe.
Ooh.
Yeah, you can follow me on Twitter if you want show updates. You can follow the show on Twitter if you want show updates. And that's really all the shout-outs that I have. Thank you for tuning in for this episode.
It's closing time at the Void Arcade.
It is closing time at the Void Arcade indeed.